Hi everyone, it's Carolyn, and today we're going to draw a birthday cake for all of those April birthdays that happen, but probably not with all of the fanfare that we like, with all of our friends and our family nearby. So we're going to make a cake in honor of those folks, and you can use this cake in the future to make a card for all of your friends' birthdays in May and June and July and so forth. So grab your pencil and your paper and let's get started. Now the first thing I want to say is this is a coloring sheet, so I added all kinds of decorations to my cake, so you have more to color when you come to my studio. But we're not going to add all these details today. If you want to, you certainly can towards the end, and you can come back and look and see what I have. But we're going to be a little less decorated. Okay, I'm going to start with my pencil, and we're going to do just the basic of the cake, just the outline, and then we'll decorate it from there. So the first thing we want to do is we want to draw an oval. Now we want to leave enough room on the top to add some candles. Now our oval is pretty like smushed, isn't it? Because we're just looking at the top of the cake. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to draw some lines coming down. And you can make your cake really tall. It looks like I'm making my cake really tall. So it could be maybe 3 layers. So then, once we get our side lines down, a lot of folks like to do just a straight across line to do the bottom part of your cake, but it doesn't always look right. You want to make it the same angle as your top. So then it just all looks like it's a big circle, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to make it, because it looks like it's floating in the air, we have to put a plate under it. So we're going to put a line on both sides, the same distance from the bottom. And then we're going to draw another oval, and we're going to go around like that. There we go. Now it looks like a top hat, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to do our side lines down here because we're going to make our cake plate a little decorative. But not yet. We're just doing the guidelines. And we're going to do another line like this. So that's our cake plate so far. Okay. Now we're going to do, because this is fancy, we're going to do a pedestal, just like a tree actually. Go down the center like this. And then we're going to make that curved at the bottom also. But it looks like this might have a hard time holding that big cake up. So we are going to make one last oval along the bottom of your paper that looks like it would hold the plate up. Now we're going to make one other line just underneath there. So that looks like there's some depth to your thickness to your plate down here. Okay, so that's kind of your guidelines of what we're going to do. So now I'm going to switch to my pen, and then we're going to do the details. Now every birthday cake has candles, or most of them do. So this depends on how many birthdays you're celebrating. So if I put all of the candles to celebrate my birthday, there'd be way too many candles. So I'm just going to put one candle for every decade, which is pretty sad to say. So you can guess how old I am, or close to how old I am. So a candle is just like your tree trunk, 2 lines side by side each other. You want to make sure that it's inside this top oval, okay? And then you want to round the end because your candle is round. Okay, And then you even want to kind of round the top if you wish. And then on that top, you want to put 2 lines like that. And that's your wick. And then you want to put a teardrop on top, which is like a flame, and then maybe another one. So maybe you can color this one yellow and that one orange, or color this one blue and that one orange, or however many you want to, or however you want to color that. So now we're going to draw however many candles you want. We put the little oval on top, put the wick, and put the teardrop. And then I'll do another one. Now keep in mind, I'm doing my decade, so I'm pretty old. Okay, and then I'm going to do some candles back here. Now, it looks like it's back there because I stopped. See how this one is farther back than these 3? I stopped it and put it back there. So it looks farther back, like it looks like it's behind these. I'm going to do one more. So now you know about how old I am. Old. There you go. So there's my 5 candles for me, but you can pile up your top of your cake with all kinds of candles. So then we're going to start putting our icing on. Now, just to make our cake fancy, we're going to do this little lace, our scale design. Okay, but we're going to go all the way around our cake. And we're going to stick to this line that we drew earlier. Now we have to go behind our candles and then come out on the other side. There you go. Now the trick is to go the other way. We're going all the way around. And see how I'm meeting that center little point there? All the way around. Okay. There we go. So that's our top decoration. And if you want to, you can you can start right here. Put like a diamond right there. You can put like a diamond right there. Maybe we can do another one right here. Okay. And then from that diamond, you can kind of do something, looks like a nose, doesn't it? You can kind of do some fun stuff with your icing. And then maybe you can do some lines. Doesn't look too much like a nose anymore, so you can do that. You can do like a circle here. Kind of hard to draw a small detail with a big brush or with a big pen. Okay, so we're going to have that for there. Now we're going to come down here, and this is going to be a little tricky, okay? We're going to go like this, and then do that. It's like a sideways teardrop, if you can imagine that. And then we're going to do another one right next door to it, and then do another one. See how we're connecting the sides? This is our icing across the bottom. All the way across. When you get to there, you can just kind of put a little blob of icing there. You can put a little blob of icing here. And at this time, I'm going to draw my side so you can see. Okay, Now the one thing we can do, and I'll do with my pencil, is draw some guidelines in the center. But they have to be curved, just like the top of our cake and the bottom of our cake, okay? So then we don't flatten our cake. Now, I was just going to do circles. And like I said, you can decorate your cake however way you want to decorate it. I'll do mine all the way across. And then we'll do another row like that. You could probably be a lot more creative. Okay. And then if we wanted to, like I did with my other one, we could take our icing and just kind of go like that. Okay. And you can do a second row. Okay. So down here, if you want to, every time that there's this top, you can do a little circle where these guys come together. Okay, there's our cake so far. Now, we do have our cake plate. I'm just going to outline that top line. We're not going to do much to that, but we are going to see this line right here that we drew earlier. We're going to kind of wave it. And then we'll put circles above every down wave. See that? There you go. Cool. And then we don't have to do much down here. If you want to, you can. I was just going to do little beads like that. Then we have our base. Okay. So we can, now on mine, the one thing I did do, see how we added these three? You can put one at the end. It makes it look like you're going around with your decorations. Like that. Now I added some flowers on mine. If you want to do that, you're welcome to. You don't have to, but you can just add a few. Then maybe one over here. Now imagine all of this is being made out of icing. Have some leaves. Okay. Now with my drawing, I had confetti, which is just doing shapes. Shapes like this, all the way around. These are triangles, of course, and then some circles. Makes it look like a big party. You might want to leave some room to write what you want to write. And lastly, you can put some little lines, just like it's confetti or something. So you can do that. And just have a lot of fun with this cake. You can draw whatever you want. You can put a different topping on there. And oh, I did forget, if you wanted to, you can do like an icing that goes from here to here, from here to here, like that. You can do whatever you'd like with your cake, but that looks pretty yummy. I would have this as a chocolate cake with white icing and, I don't know, maybe some strawberries in there or something. That sounds really good. But for all of you April birthdays and May birthdays, I wish you a very happy birthday. And hopefully you can have a little fun creating your own birthday cake. So have fun and have a great day.